Hi there, my name is Grace Davenport, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself. So, I've lived and grew up in Shady Cove, Oregon my whole life. I come from a family of four: my mom, my dad, and my little sister. I don't come from much of an agriculture background, but had a great passion and love for animals ever since I was little. So, starting at the age of 10, I decided to start raising some commercial boar goats, and that's kind of where my passion for agriculture took off. I attended Crater High School of Business Innovation and Science and heard about FFA and started to get involved. Through FFA in high school, I competed in livestock judging, floriculture, vet science, public speaking, and parliamentary procedure. I had the opportunity of attending National Convention 3 times and State Convention multiple times as well. I served as the secretary my junior year and our chapter president my senior year, as well as the Southern Oregon District president my senior year. I also raised market lambs and market goats every year from freshman year to senior year at the Jackson County Spring Fair, where I had great success doing that and learned a lot, caring for animals and just kind of finding a passion for livestock. My senior year, I decided to run for state office. However, I'm now attending Oregon State University. I'm a freshman at Oregon State. I'm majoring in animal science and minoring in agriculture education. I hope to one day become a large and small animal veterinarian dedicated to my community and serving clients and their livestock and pets through animal health care. I really think that this is just something super important, and with raising livestock and having pets of my own, being in contact with vets, I've had some frustration and I've had some great experiences, and I think that just looking into this more, it's really something that I want to do with my life. So I'm super excited about that. I also recently had the opportunity at Oregon State University to work on the Soap Creek Beef Ranch and get experience in the cattle industry, which has been a great opportunity and something that I'm really looking forward to later on down the line. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me, what I want to do with my life and where my life has led me so far. So why am I passionate about agriculture? I think there's a lot of reasons that I'm passionate about agriculture, but if I had to pick just one, and looking back on my experiences through how I got involved with agriculture, it would have to be advocating for agriculture and informing people about agriculture, about why it's so important and why we need it in order to survive and to continue to evolve and to look forward ahead in the future and be able to sustain our needs together as a society. I think reflecting on a past experience that I just had in one of my public speaking classes here at Oregon State University, I had the opportunity to write a persuasive speech and present it to my class. And I thought long and hard about what I was going to write this speech on, and I kept thinking about how when I told people that I just met at Oregon State, like what my background was about, I'm passionate about agriculture, I want this to be my life and my career, I always got the comment of, well, agriculture is creating climate change, and agriculture is the reason for all of these environmental problems that we're having. And so kind of thinking on that and really realizing how much people think that this is true and how they're really viewing agriculture as purely negative, I decided to write my persuasive speech on how cattle are not creating climate change. They're only accounting for 4% of CGC emissions, while 23% of CGC emissions are from fossil fuels like our cars. And so I really had the opportunity in public speaking class to confront those kids and just inform them about what agriculture truly is about, and that cow farts are not contributing to climate change as much as you might think. So I really think that just informing people, getting out there and advocating for agriculture has really just been my main passion for ag. I think that throughout high school, throughout college, I've encountered a lot of people who just purely don't know where their food comes from and what it takes to create the food and the resources that they're using. And so kind of talking about that with them and creating those conversations, you kind of see the gears in their mind start to work and be like, okay, yeah, this is actually how our world works, and this is something that is greatly contributing to our economy and something that we need to continue to evolve with and create positive impacts with, because of course as agriculturalists there are some things that we could be doing better. We do need to advance in some of our practices in order to, reduce some impacts that we might be having on the environment. But I think that as agriculturalists, our environment is in the best interests, and our best interest. We as agriculturalists are essentially environmentalists as well, and I think that's a really important way to look at it, and also inform other people that we care about the environment just as much as you do, because we are tending to the land that we're growing these crops on and raising these animals on. And so I really think that just getting out there and telling people that this is the truth, and just kind of debunking some of those misconceptions that a lot of people are hearing, and taking in and just labeling agriculture as this big bad thing. And so I really think that this is one of the main reasons I'm passionate about agriculture, is to truly inform people about what it truly is about, and more of the positive impacts rather than the negative impacts that they keep thinking about. When I think about the rice industry and just how much it's contributing to agriculture and our economy, and just what I see for the future generations, I look at the food security, the economic impact, the environmental sustainability, the social and political implications. I think that a lot of innovations in rice farming and new varieties could help improve food security, particularly in areas where rice is our primary food source. However, the impact of climate change could offset some of these gains if regions are able to adapt. I also think rice is a major agriculture commodity, and any disruptions in production or trade could have significant economic consequences, particularly for countries that depend on rice as a major export. Diversification and innovation in rice cultivation could open new markets and economic opportunities. The industry will need to navigate some of these challenges of reducing its environmental footprint while ensuring we're continuing these productions. I think sustainable farming practices and the development of eco-friendly rice varieties could also help us address these concerns, and maybe some viewpoints that people have towards the ag industry with climate change and our environmental footprint. I think that geopolitical tensions over food supply, particularly in major rice-producing nations, could lead to changes in global trade dynamics affecting both producers and consumers. I also think rice is going to remain an essential food commodity, and its role in global food security will continue to shape our international relations between the U.S. and other nations, between other nations and the U.S. I really just think that rice is a great form of production in agriculture, because it's an affordable food source for many families that may not be able to afford more expensive agriculture products. Overall, I really just see the future of rice as just rice varieties that are maybe becoming more resistant to pests and diseases and extreme weather, so we're able to produce rice on a different level, and maybe even reduce the cost of rice for some of our consumers. I think that these innovations could just overall help improve food security in our nation and other nations as well. Overall, I think rice has extreme opportunity, and I think we can evolve with it greatly in the future generations to come. I'm extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to apply for this scholarship, and I'm also very grateful for your consideration. Thank you so much.